How's it going, folks? Mark and Ricky from Like Minded Lunatics. Ricky, how are you today?
I'm wanting to drink a beer because we're
Oh
going
my
to do some
God!
beer drinking.
We should have. we don't do beers on matchups, but we should have done it for today.
I'll do a pretend
beer. So, folks, today, typically on the matchup, we put two either same song cover versions, head to head, or something like that. Today, we're going to do one that I was really excited to do. We're going to take a look at ZZ Top's "Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers," which, Ricky, should be the anthem of Texas.
Oh yes.
Billy Gibbons is the king, not George Strait. I'm going to die on that hill.
I completely agree.
And we're going to take a look at a cover of Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers by the mighty Van Halen.
Oh, man.
That was recorded, I think, in 1983 in Sao Paulo.
Oh, God.
Now, there are some folks who have read comments on who have said that this cover, they should have put this cover on an album. So I'm excited to see what you think, because tell folks, you have played this song
tons and tons and tons of times.
Yeah, and we've seen...
sober and drunk at different tempos and all that kind of stuff.
And both of us have seen ZZ Top multiple times, seen Billy and Dusty do this song. Yeah. So I'm excited. All right, so let's just hear Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers to remind ourselves of how awesome it is.
Yeah.
And then we'll watch EVH and Roth do it. Now here's something that's funny, that bump, 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 bum, bum, that's essentially the same little fill that Ed does in Hot for Teacher. Yeah, God, I'd have to pick up the guitar to do it, but that part, it's in the same box in the Cage system, and it's essentially the same run. It's just that Ed does it way faster.
What do we call that in music? Quotation.
God,
he quoted him.
He quoted him. He did quote him.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So I have never heard the Van Halen cover, and I agree. It's all like they're covering Roy Orbison and dancing in this, which those covers are great, but yeah, man, Beer Drinkers
and Hellraisers.
So I'm looking forward to it. I hadn't heard this.
I feel like Van Halen could have written that song. I mean, if I didn't know the song and you said, "Oh, Van Halen has a song called Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers," that makes sense.
Yep.
Did they talk about Jack Daniels in it? Because that was Dave's favorite drink. All right, here we go. Now, the audio is not perfect on this one, but I think we can get an impression of it. What are you thinking so far?
Mark sounds great.
Michael
Anthony sounds great as always. And
Roth sounds like Roth.
Yeah, and he's not on Temple Star, but I mean, it's fun. I've played this song in several bands, and we always took it a little faster. It feels like, and actually I'm thinking, I saw them in concert once, and because on the album, it's just kind of laid back.
It is.
It feels like it wants to
But
push.
it doesn't. It doesn't. It kind of sits in that groove.
Yeah.
But you can tell Ed's pushing.
Oh, yeah, they're pushing it. Yeah, oh, it's great.
And the one thing that I thought, too, is that, this is in 83, I think, and I have a feeling that after they got off the stage, Roth watched the footage and goes, "I'm never doing this with Michael again," because Michael sounds exponentially better than he does.
Oh, yeah.
So when Michael takes the Dusty part, you're like, "Oh, my God, why is this man not leading the band?" And then Roth gets up there swaggering around.
And he's out of tempo a couple times, and it doesn't quite work when it should.
No.
But it's awesome.
All right, let's go back to ZZ. head lick.
Oh,
I'm excited to see what we think about Ed's solo. I stopped it during Billy's, but I'm sorry. But I'm excited to see what we think about Ed's because both of us love both of these guitarists a lot. And I feel like both of these guitarists have the unique ability of just sounding like themselves.
yeah. Yeah.
Eddie has said that he's tried to play like Eric Clapton. I play Eric, sounds like me.
Yeah.
I try to play Brian May, sounds like me.
Yeah.
Billy tries to play anything else, it just sounds like Billy.
Yeah.
So they're not a John 5 who can just disappear.
Yeah.
They're their own thing. Man,
Oh God.
that's what I mean. Billy's the king of Texas.
Oh, of course.
George Strait can take his ass back to Amarillo because
I'm not just saying this. I think I got a little teary-eyed.
it's so
Oh,
good.
it's just.
Hey, you know the funny thing? Our friend Todd Roth's a blues musician.
Yeah.
Loves Billy as well. Todd calls Billy a lazy player. He said because of the way that he plays, and I would call it efficiency or economy of motion, but Todd calls it lazy because of the way he holds and the way that he continually just holds that low E down with the thumb, and the way that he plays, Todd calls it lazy.
I would say he's a conservative.
Conservative,
player.
yeah. I agree.
I was thinking that. It's like, yeah. And he could tear it up. It's like, no, I'm going to tease you a little bit.
But then he also knows when to just go,
Yeah.
like he knows when to sit.
And those pinches.
Yep.
You know.
All right, let's hear Ed.
Okay.
He did do the lick. I love he did a dive. He did an Ed dive, and then he did the lick. Let's
And
go.
even if I hadn't heard any of this, just the guitar, you can immediately tell it's Ed.
It's Eddie.
Yeah.
God.
It's great. I was afraid that I love Eddie Van Halen, but I was afraid his style wasn't going to gel
Yeah.
with the top laid back, and it fits.
It fits so great.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the fact that he keeps in those Billy licks.
Yeah.
You can tell he loves those licks, but then he also, fuck it, I'm doing this.
Yeah,
I'm
he
doing
does
this.
his
2
stuff.
seconds, I'm doing it, and then we'll be back into the wah, wah.
And he's very much respecting the song, and I can see him saying, "Dusty, I'm gonna do this. Is okay," and just being, "Yeah, man, yeah, have some of my guac, whatever." Yeah.
But don't be like a cat on hot tin. Lord, I thought the floor was gonna give me. Sounded like a house commissioner. Where it's from and professional. Be a drinker. Baby, don't you wanna come with me?
All right, let's let Van Halen finish up.
Well, I was gonna say that's something that's kind of signature of Top is they'll end with a guitar solo and they just vamp on one chord.
Oh, is
They're
it
just playing the G chord the whole time.
over and over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do we not just have Mikey do this?
I know. After you said that story, I can definitely see Dave being all like, "Oh my gosh."
Can't you imagine him going to Ted Templeman and going, "He will never
Yeah.
sing that song again, or I walk, Ted." And Eddie's like, "God, can we just not play the fucking music?
I know.
Can we? Do we have to?
I'm gonna go to my studio.
Yep.
Man.
I'm just gonna go sit in the
and
studio
jam with my son.
and smoke cigarettes for 9 hours." God, he's killing it.
Yeah.
Pretty girl, baby, don't you wanna come with me? Pretty girl, baby, don't you wanna come with me? Pretty girl, baby, don't you wanna come with me? Pretty girl, baby, don't you squeeze on me?
Wow. What do you think, man?
Oh, they were both awesome. I don't really like the way Van Halen ended the tune.
Oh, really? I
They
kind of
did-
dug it a little bit.
How they did that tag.
Yeah, they did
3
like a little
times.
jam type
But
thing.
it could be because I just know the original.
Of beer drinkers.
Yeah, but I loved them both. I feel like they're really. It's a signature song. I love Top. I feel like it's very apparent that most of the members of Van Halen love ZZ Top. They love the song. They respect the style. Anyway.
Don't you wish that the producer had pulled them into the studio and forced Dave to do this well, and we had a good, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when you listen to Dave do Panama live versus in the studio, when they force him to actually sing the goddamn lyrics like they're supposed to be sung, I wish someone had done that with them on this.
Yeah.
Like, forced him and Mikey to come in and actually sing in
Let's
duo.
practice.
Yeah, practice the song, Dave, instead of just stripping. But I so wish that we had a good recording of
Yeah.
this.
But anyway, it's awesome.
Well, folks, let us know in the comments what you think about this one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out all of our other content. Take care of yourselves, folks. Ricky and I will see you soon.
Drink beer.
Hey there, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction as much as Ricky and I enjoyed filming it. If you'd like to support our channel, because we can't really monetize a lot of our content, you can check out our Patreon, or we've got merchandise for sale over at Teespring. So I hope you check all that stuff out. As we're fading out, Rick's going to play us some Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers.